Hi, my name is Makar, and I love music. And that's what I want to do with my life. Originally, I'm from Woodbridge, New Jersey, but I'm currently studying at Stockton University in South Jersey. There, I'm a communications major with a concentration in general media studies, but I also have a holistic health minor. At Stockton, I'm also the Vice President of Public Relations for the Residence Hall Association. This means that I do a lot of social media management and advertising and really just working with the club in general. I'm also the RHA representative for the Atlantic City Task Force Student Affairs Subcommittee. This means that I act as a voice for the student body and notify the task force of what students are thinking about the new Atlantic City campus and what they want done with it, and things like that. To date, the greatest struggle that I think I've had to overcome is probably my shyness. I'm a really shy person, and I was letting it get in the way of me doing the things that I wanted to do or that I like to do. And when it came time for me to start thinking about college and what I wanted to do, I really had to sort of force myself out of that shyness so I could go away to school and live with new people in a dorm and things like that. By pushing myself to overcome my shyness, I really learned that I just have to give myself a push and I'll be able to do really anything that I set my mind to. And even if I think it's the end of the world if I say the wrong thing to someone or something like that, it's really not. I'll live. And I can't let it prevent me from doing the things I want to do in life. If I could live anywhere in the world, I don't really know where I'd live. I really like my home in Central Jersey in Woodbridge. I feel like I have access to anything I could ever really want there. You know, it's not very far from the city, but it's also not far from the country in Pennsylvania or something, or the beach. So I think it's a really good place to live there, and I really like that about it. But I also think that it might be kind of cool to live in the city one day, or even, you know, if we're talking anywhere in Europe, I think would be really cool. But you know, there's no place like home, right? Where do I see myself in 5 years? This was a really tough question for me because I don't think I've ever really given much thought to exactly where I'll be in like a certain increment of time. I always just kind of hoped that I'd be working in the music industry, but I never really thought much about doing what or something like that. I was just sort of hoping that I'd be in the music industry, I'd be surrounded by music, I'd be surrounded by what I love and other people who feel the same way as me. But I do think that it'd be really cool to work at a record label, and I think that's what I kind of want to lean more towards, maybe doing A&R and like finding new artists or something like that. Much like in 5 years, I've never really given much thought to where I would be in 10 years either. I still am expecting to be in the music industry. I expect to be there really my whole life in some way. But at that time I will be 30, so I might be a little older than, you know, people that are trying to get their big break or something. So I think it might be really cool if I'm working at a record label, like I said, to help like younger artists really try and build a fan base and make a name for themselves. In 20 years I'll be about 40 at that point. So I guess that would be the point where I'd start settling down a little bit more. Maybe if I was traveling a lot in previous years for work, I wouldn't do that as much. I'd be living in like a nice house, you know, and really just sort of settling down. By that time though, I hope that I'm able to say that I'm a successful music industry professional. I always say that I hope to be one of those people that you see on a list of the most influential people in the alternative music scene or something like that. I also think that would be cool to own a record store. Maybe when I'm older though, when I'm not, you know, working elsewhere, I think that might be cool to do because I'd really be collecting the things that I love, you know, all the different types of music that I like, and it would really be like not only a display of my collection, what I've been able to get through the years, but I would be selling that to people and let them expand their collection as well with my help. I guess I've never really given much thought to where I would be in the future, but I do know for a fact that I am going to be in the music industry. Whether that's in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years or 50 years, I want to be involved with the music industry, and that's where I intend to be, and that's where I intend to stay.